Good evening, everyone. Welcome back, folks. Today is Sunday, February 12th, 2023. I'm your host, Samantha, and I am back with another episode of MMTV. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Tonight, as per usual, Chris will start with a new original music video, and then, shortly after, we have my segment, Blonde Talks with Natalie. My name is Samantha.
And I'm Natalie.
And this is Blonde Talks. Welcome back to another episode. Today we will be discussing our favorite current makeup products. Alrighty, Natalie, you want to start off?
Sure. Okay, the first one I use is the NYX Jumbo Stick. It's like a highlighter and you put it like in the corner, like on your nose. It looks so cute and it's so easy to use, and you can use it as like an under eyeliner too, so it like looks cute for like any occasion, for New Year's, for parties.
What would you say the blendability is like?
Oh, it blends really, really, really well. I usually blend it with my finger because I don't know, I'm scared of brushes around my eyes, but it's really good and it's like really like easy and like just so, and you can just carry it in your like your purse if you want to like reapply it and
real
stuff.
Small.
Yeah. Samantha, what do you think of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer?
So glad you asked. I actually love the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I do have a complaint. The price though, a little bit high. But if you're looking for a more luxe concealer, round of applause. This is school air, school lighting. I have no foundation on. I have full acne blasting right now. But the concealer is lightweight and it's actually quite heavy coverage. So if you want a full coverage concealer, I'd absolutely go for it. It also is pretty good for your skin. I think it's a little bit hydrating. I never appear dried out or anything, so I definitely recommend.
Okay, so the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara is the best mascara I've ever used in my entire life. It is so good. Little tip, when you're curling your eyelashes, heat it up first because it makes them more curly. Anyways, but it
Careful
stays,
though.
No,
Careful.
Don't burn your eyelashes off.
No.
But it stays on like forever, and it's like it doesn't ever like lose its pizzazz. And it's just so good, and I love it. It's inexpensive, but it's really hard to get off. So you have to use. I use coconut oil.
Okay. A personal favorite of mine that I've been using, my mom got me this Benefit Brow Kit for Christmas, alright? And I'm obsessed. Let's see how the girls are looking. They're looking okay. I prefer for a natural brow, but I typically just line the bottom a little bit and create some shape. This is for more, if you're the light type of gal who just wants to be a little bit more natural, you of course can go a little bit more crazy with it, but it definitely is a great, more natural option for those who want to. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode talking about our 5 favorite makeup products right now. We look forward to speaking with you guys next week. And yeah, have a good night, everyone. Have you been checking your email? If not, check for surveys. The school has been sending out many surveys recently through email, many of which directly affecting you. Specifically, on the recent edition of the MMRHS newsletter, there's a link for a family survey. Take the time to fill these surveys out as they truly make a difference. Next up, we have food around the world, then the MMRHS lunch menu and weather, and then after that, we have fake it till you bake it. What's your name?
Brooke Decker.
What are you having for lunch?
Cheese pizza.
How do you like it?
I think it could be cooked a little more, but it's good.
Great. What do you have for lunch today?
Chicken patty.
How is it?
So scrumptious.
Do you like it? What's your name?
Remy.
What are you having for lunch?
Pizza.
How do you like it?
It's really good.
Welcome back to Fake It Till You Bake It. This week we're making a Drake cake, but we're doing the blind deaf mute challenge.
Pretty good. Drippy.
Rest of the Drake cake. Yum.
The Railroad Street Youth Project is hosting the Youth Operational Board Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. every other week in Great Barrington. This is a great opportunity to fund your awesome ideas to benefit the community, and there's free food, games, and awesome people, of course. Now, we spin the vinyl with Andre. He dives into some of the latest upcoming music. Then we hand it off to Ashley and Charlie. Then shortly after that, we head over on to Tech Tips. The non-school affiliated Dominican Republic service trip is partnering with the National Honor Society to run a donation drive. These donations will directly support the orphans and students in need at the Dominica School and Orphanage. A list of exact items that are needed can be found in the Student and Parent Square. Items may be brought into advisory up to this Thursday, February 16th. We thank you for all your support. Next up, we have the news, then we have State of the Week, and then we have superhero reviews. past 2 weeks have definitely made the books as the temperature has sure been undeniably frigid. Make sure you bundle up properly with the winter's cold temperatures as they can offset your circulation and invite sickness in as well. We are all in this together. Now we head over to movie reviews, then after we have TV show reviews, and then we have this week's shoe review.
Minions seem to be a cult classic. With people all over the world going crazy over the Minions movie that came out a couple months ago, it only seems right to talk about it. Minions: The Rise of Gru tells the story of the start of Gru's villain career. Wanting to join his dream villain team, Gru auditions and ends up stealing an amulet to prove his worth. However, the villains didn't feel the same way and track down Gru to take it back. With the chase, Gru ends up in San Francisco and it's up to the Minions to save him. Our favorite part is when the Minions learn martial arts to save Gru. It's funny.
We would rate it 7 out of 10 and 8 out of 10. Our favorite minion was Otto because he was very funny and he got the stone for them and saved the day.
Hi Grace, what
Hey.
did you think of the Minion movie?
I thought it was a cinematic masterpiece, and
What would you rate it out of 10?
oh,
Thank you.
Carol, what did you think of the Minions movie?
I think it was really good, and I actually loved it a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Natalie, what did you think of the Minions movie?
If I'm gonna be honest, when did it come out? 2022. Yeah. I think it might have been the best movie of 2022. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. I thought it was a masterpiece. They had some really great music in there.
Thank you.
What did you think of the Minions movie?
I honestly thought it wasn't that good.
Okay.
What did you think of the Minions movie?
I hated it, and it just wasn't good, and it was boring, and I rated a 0 out of 10.
Today's shoe is a pair of black New Balances.
I like these shoes a lot. I really like New Balances, and I like the colors of them. I would give these a 7.
I like the splash of white. The bottom isn't as white, so it doesn't really match, but I still like them. I'd give it a 6.5.
The next pair of shoes for this week is a pair of Jordan Highs.
I really like the gray and black. They're good to style with.
I like the colors also. I like the shoes in general, and I would give them a 7.5.
Give them a 7. The next pair of shoes is a green and pink and yellow pair of Nike Dunks.
I like the colors of these. I like Nike Dunks. I'm not sure I would choose these colors, but I do like the colors. I give it a 5.
I really like them. They're different. They're just kind of hard to style. So for that, I'd kind of give them like a 6. Next pair of shoes is a white Nike running shoe.
I like these shoes. They're a bit plain. I don't really have much to say about them. I mean, they're cute and they go with a lot of things. I'd give them a 5.
I'd give them a 6.
The last pair of shoes for this week is a pair of high top Converse.
Pretty basic. Everyone has them. Black and white.
I love Converse personally. I have 2 pairs, and they're both high tops, and I just think they're cute, and you can really wear them with anything.
I would give it a 5 out of 10.
I give them a 6.5.
Tonight is the Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles. On the next episode, we will update with the results. Next up, we have the Maroon Tribune. Then after that, we have this week's automotive review. And then we dive into a new segment called This or That.
We're here with Shannon Pollard, writer for the Maroon Tribune. What are you going to be writing about in this next edition?
In my coming up spring edition for the Maroon Tribune, I'm going to be writing about different spring athletes and what they're doing to prepare for their sport. So I have softball, lacrosse, track, ultimate frisbee, which we actually have here, if you're wondering, and tennis.
Tennis. What kind of questions do you plan on asking them?
Just how people are staying in shape, if they're doing sport-specific training, if they feel like Monument has provided them with the resources to train for their upcoming spring sport, and if they're excited.
And what sport do you play?
Oh, I'm a big track runner.
Big track runner? How have you prepared?
Well, I got a little bit of a knee thing going on right now, so I've kind of been just lounging around, but when I'm back in it, I plan to get on the track as much as I can with this warm weather. And yeah.
Hey, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Weight room.
Bang.
Craving something sweet? Well, the Key Club will be selling Valentine's Day sugar cookies for only $2 a piece. If interested, please pre-order during lunch this Monday, February 13th, as it is your last chance. The cookies will be delivered on Valentine's Day during advisory, and all proceeds will go to the Elizabeth Friedman Center. Now, we have Athlete of the Week, then a new segment on snowboarding, then Kate Lynn brings back speed drawing.
Who am I here with?
Remy Pearl.
How do you think you're doing this season?
Overall, I think I'm doing really good. The beginning of the season was a little rough. Like, we were still like figuring everything out. Like, we were still like nervous. But now, my defense has gotten a lot better and it's pretty good.
How do you think overall the team is doing?
It's pretty similar. Like, in the beginning, like, we didn't really have any like team chemistry and there was just like stuff going on. And our games we weren't playing the best, but now we're doing a lot better and we are starting to win way more.
How did the games go for you this week?
They went really good. We played 2 games this week and we won both. The first game, everyone on the team played really, really well and we all like distributed the ball and like just did really good. And in the second game, we also won and we didn't play as good, but we all worked really hard and still won.
What helped you play the way you did?
Probably just like my teammates were like also like doing really good and like being like hyped and stuff, and the student section was also hyped.
What goes through your head during the game?
Just like trying to like win. Like, I don't really know like what I'm thinking about. I don't think I really think about anything. Just like trying to like win.
What's your goal for this season?
In the beginning, my goal was to be a floater, and that goal was accomplished. And now my goal is probably for varsity to make states and finish out the season like really well.
Do you have a goal for next season?
To be on varsity and to just like have a better like start than we did this season.
Who is your biggest influence and why?
Okay, so I have 2 answers. So my first one is Jason Tatum, because he's so hot, it's so good at basketball, and I'm in love with him. And also my dad, he is the coach, and he pushes me a lot.
Okay.
Next month, Charlie's Fun will be hosting a fundraising basketball tournament. Teams of 3 to 5 are welcome, but they must be co-ed. It's only $5 per person or $20 per team, and you have a chance of winning the grand prize total of $100. This tournament will take place on Wednesday, March 29th on the half day. We hope to see you there. Next up, we have another teacher interview. Then we have another great restaurant review, and finally another segment of Dates with Mates.
I'm here with French teacher, Madame Siegel. Why did you start teaching?
Yes, that's right. You asked me this. So I started teaching. I was an actor, and I first had a teaching experience when I was in Birmingham, England, where I was doing the play Death of a Salesman, and we were invited to work with a few school groups of middle schoolers, and I remember telling them, teaching a little bit of Shakespeare, I think it was, to them, and seeing the penny drop in their eye, like thinking I could see my audience, every single one of them, and I could make eye contact with them. And when I was teaching them something, I could see them get it. And that struck me in that moment as that was really, really cool. And that when you're an actor and you're performing, everybody's just a big dark blur in the theater. And there's something really meaningful about making a connection with your audience one-on-one. And from that moment, I got interested in teaching and started tutoring, and then became a teacher, a full-time permanent teacher a few years ago.
Why did you start teaching French?
Because I studied French from 9 years old and really liked it, really liked languages. My family father loved languages and was a linguist in the army and did French translations in the army. And so I always was around French and people talking about languages, so I like languages. And I got to go to France when I was a senior in high school, which is part of why I've done the exchange for my students here, so that they have a similar opportunity. And I just love the culture, I love the literature, the philosophy, just the whole intellectual tradition of France. And Francophone countries also. I need to visit some of them, but I'm learning more about them now through the AP curriculum, which has also been really cool.
What would be some advice you'd give to students?
What would I say? I don't know. Get off your phones.
Get off your phones.
That's what we were just talking about. I worry about you guys with your phones, because when I was your age, like I was just saying, everybody said they spend between 3 and 6 hours a day on their phones. So I did not have that when I was your age. And then I think of all the things that I did that you guys are not doing just because I didn't have a phone to stare at. And those things were like socializing, building relationships, social skills, being outside, not really doing sports because I wasn't sporty, but like exercising and maybe reading.
Reading?
Read a lot more than you guys did.
Okay.
You know?
Yep.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Food Reviews with the Dudes.
On this week's episode, we have a guest star joining us.
Hi, my name is Miles.
Last Friday, Miles, Logan, Lily, and I went to the local noodle spot, Steam. Harmony and Logan both ordered Thai iced tea with boba. Lily got an iced matcha with boba.
And Miles got a ginger ale.
Now on to the food. We ordered the vegan miso ramen, steamed buns, and curry puffs. It was super yum! The food was super yummy and nutritious. It was the perfect meal for such a cold night like Friday. Steam's location is very cute and cozy. It's the perfect spot to stop in and have a nice meal with friends and family.
Miles and I could not get enough of this delicious boba. It was nice and chewy. Miles had a close call with an ice choking, but they made it out alive. The food and drinks were so yummy and they filled our tummies. After our steamy meals, we had to face the vicious cold. In an attempt to forget about the cold winds piercing our skin, Harmony and Miles frolicked down Main Street. This pathetic attempt failed. The four of us walked home in pure dread, missing our steamy warm noodles. Thank you for tuning in with us dudes and our food reviews. We will see you again next week with another tasty meal.
Welcome back to Dates with the Mates, where we test compatibility.
Thank you, Lexi Carpenter. Oh, and we are here with Sophia DeLuca. How many babies do you plan on having in the future?
None. I hate children.
No, okay. What babies do you plan on having in the future?
Maybe 2.
What is your ideal type?
I don't really have one.
You don't have one? Okay. What is your ideal type?
I don't really have a specific.
Okay, no. Do you believe in marriage?
Sure, yeah.
Sure. Okay. Do you believe in marriage? Like, would you want to get married?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What is the most important principle in a relationship?
Communication, probably.
Communication. What is the most important principle in a relationship?
Communication and honesty.
What do you find most repulsive about relationships? What do you find the most repulsive about relationships?
The most what?
Repulsive about relationships.
I don't know.
What would you do if your spouse left you at the altar?
Not be happy, cry.
Yeah. What would you do if your spouse left you at the altar?
Again, probably cry.
Okay. Out of 5 questions, they agreed on 4. They are compatible!
Well, this brings us to the end of this week's edition. We will be back next week, same time, same channel. Thank you for joining us this evening. This has been your host, Samantha. Have a good night, everyone.